everyone, it's Chris here with Red Wagon Crafts, and in today's video we're going to be making some metal flowers to hang on my bathroom wall. I think it's going to really open up the area, brighten it up, so I'm excited to get started on this. Don't forget to like and subscribe below, and you can also visit us on our website at rwcraft.com. You'll find so many other DIY projects, recipes, just tons more there. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's have some fun with this. So the materials that you're going to need to make these metal flowers will be aluminum cake pans and or cookie sheets. I have 6 total. I am going to paint my flower petals in the center of my flower with these acrylic paints that I had. I wanted a very bright and vibrant color, so these have a bright finish to them, it says, and I just think it'll look really nice, give it a poppy appearance in my bathroom. You will need some paint brushes. I am not going to use the traditional bristle brush. I'm going to use these foam brushes. You will need a hot glue gun, some scissors. I will use this craft paper. It's a little thicker than construction paper. This will be what we draw out our petals with, and then we will cut them out and put them onto the aluminum pans and trace them on there to cut them out of the pan. And then of course I have this leftover, it's a foam board that I am going to use to cut out just a round circle, and that will be what we hot glue all of our petals to hang them on the wall. So let's go ahead and move on to our first step, and I'll be right back to you. For our first step, I took one of the pieces of paper out of the craft paper that I had, and I am going to just draw out a petal. Now, I am going to draw a large petal and a smaller petal because we're only going to do 2 layers. I've seen it done with more than 2. I've seen it done with multiple layers of it, but we're going to do 1 big layer of the large petals, and then the center petals will be the smaller, and then we'll have a round center to it. So I'm going to draw out 2 sizes of petals. Like so. And now I am going to cut this out. Okay, so we have a larger petal and a smaller one. Essentially, they're going to look like this on each other, as you can see there. But let's go ahead and take one of our cookie sheets. I want to get as many of the petals as possible, so I am going to do this as close to the side of the cookie sheet as possible. I'll show you guys. So there we go. We're going to take our Sharpie and outline the petal onto the cookie sheet, and we'll cut it out of the cookie sheet. So I can utilize as much space. I'm going to keep it as close to the edge as possible. here are our aluminum large petals. So we have 6 of them here. Let's go ahead and lay them out so we can get an idea and a feel for how many petals that we will need before we just start cutting everything. I do want to mention to everyone before I get started with doing this, one thing I would really highly suggest is be very careful whenever you're cutting the aluminum, because it could, you know, cut you. I mean, I didn't cut myself, but it is kind of sharp, of course, and also just if you pull too hard one way, it could tear your aluminum. I mean, it is thin aluminum, so just an FYI to everyone. I'm going to flatten down the petals itself at the bottom, because that's how I'm going to have it lay. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to do at least a minimum of 3 more, and then we'll relay it back out and we'll take a look to see how it looks. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start painting my petals. Let me show you what I have here for this. I have this extra board that I use to, as you can see, spray paint things. I keep all these just in case I need them to paint things on. So I'm going to lay this down on my table, and I'm going to take these here. And I am going to use these acrylic colors. I had totally forgotten, but my daughter has some extra acrylics from a project that we did for school for her, and I have this really pretty portrait pink. I'm going to use that as my petals on the inside, and then on the outside I want to make a lavender. So to make lavender, you're going to mix blue, purple, and white. So we're going to mix all those together, and then for our center circle we'll have yellow. So we're going to have a lavender, larger petals, the lighter pink, and then the white, the portrait pink on the smaller petals, and then our yellow center. So I think it's going to look really cute. So I'll go ahead and tilt down the camera so you guys can see, because I really want to, when I'm painting my whenever I'm going to paint these petals, I want to take the brush and just kind of stroke it like that. I don't want it to look like a perfect paint. I kind of just want to give it that rustic look, but use those more vibrant colors. So that's why I'm going to try it with this foam brush. I saw someone do that the other day on a YouTube video, and I thought that's a really good way to kind of apply your paint, but not have to not have those bristle strokes in there. So let's kind of see how it turns out. I think that it looked really nice on hers. So now we're going to paint our petals. So I have this whiteboard that I'm going to lay down so I can paint them. We're going to do the larger ones first. The larger petals, I want to make a lavender color. So to make lavender, you mix purple, blue, and white together. So we'll mix them on this extra little craft paper that I have here. We'll mix that all together and we'll make our larger petals. Our smaller petals here, we are going to paint with this really pretty portrait pink. And then for our centerpiece, we will use this yellow. And so what we're going to do is paint everything first, set it to the side, allow it to dry, and then we'll come back once everything's dry and we'll get it molded onto, hot glued onto our centerpiece. So let's begin. I'm going to first make my lavender. We have our centerpiece painted yellow, our other flower, our smaller petals painted the pink color, portrait pink, and then we have lavender for our large petals. So we're going to set these to the side, allow them to completely dry, and then we'll regroup together and we'll get them hot glued onto our center circle. And we should be ready to go then, finished up. Our petals are finally dry and they turned out really nice. I like them, I like the color. So here's our larger petals. Here is our smaller petals. And this is going to be our centerpiece. So in this next step, we are going to take this, it's a foam board that I had purchased in the poster board aisle over at the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to draw with a Sharpie, just a circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect shape because this is just going to be the back that we're going to glue all of our petals to. So I'm going to make a round circle there, about so, and we'll cut that out. So now we have our round circle, and this we will go ahead and start with the larger ones, the larger petals, and we're going to glue them all around. So with our hot glue gun, move these to the side, we will apply some hot glue just to the back. Okay, so this is so far what we have there. Now we will take our centerpiece and we're going to apply that right to the center. Now I will tell you that around the edges I bent them up because I wanted it to have a puffy appearance to it. So I bent them up like this. And I will apply the glue around that. centerpiece. So I got my center, your smaller flowers, and then your larger. So, because I don't want this just to lay flat on the wall, I'm going to just kind of play with them a little bit, bend them up. Not too much, but just enough that they can be a little bit of depth to it that's going to be on the wall. All right, so there we go. All right, so we got all of our petals on it, and we've curled them all up. We have our centerpiece raised up as much as possible. The reason why I made that curl on the end, on the edges of the center, is because I wanted to raise it up. I didn't want everything just to be flat up against the wall. I think it gives a little bit more dynamic to it if you have the curled petals and so forth. And so this is our finished project. There you go, as you can see. It turned out really cool. This is my very first one. I've never done them. I've seen them a lot online, and I've seen them as sunflowers. I've seen them with kind of more of a country rustic look to them. I really, really like the different styles that I've seen, but I wanted to kind of go a little simple this time because this is the very first one I've done, and I really do like it. So I think that I might go ahead and try some more. Next time I'm going to use a lot more petals. Get creative with it. Do however many petals you want, different colors, very vibrant, bright colors, a lot more maybe darker colors, lighter colors, whatever is your room decor, whatever color you're going with in your room. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project today. I thought that this was a really cool decoration, and I'm going to put this on my bathroom wall, and I think it'll look amazing. So please like and subscribe below. We do 2 videos a week, every Monday and Thursday. If you hit that notifications button, you'll be able to be notified when we have a new video that gets posted. Please also website again. We have so many more other projects, and as well as follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, you name it. So stay tuned till next time. Come back and visit us again, and I really would love if you went on our Facebook page and posted maybe some of your pictures that you guys do. Just look us up at Red Wagon Craft Company. You'll be able to find us there, and post pictures of your crafts that you guys have done, and we can kind of get a little group going there. That'll be kind of fun. So again, till next time, thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.